Good morning, everybody. This is the last chapter that is decision making in your fundamental of management, and we already given some things about the decision making while discussing about the planning. And today we will discuss about the decision making. What is the process of decision making? What are the techniques of decision making? And what is the effective decision making? We'll discuss today's class, and this could be the final class of the particular fundamental of management, and this is the last chapter of decision making. Afterwards, whatever the class will be there, that will be for the revision purpose, and that will be for the question answer discussion purpose. Okay, then what is decision making is all about? So life is all about decision. Whenever in the life you are coming different kind of decisions also, and day to day life we are taking number of decisions, the decisions to choose shirt, the decision to choose ornaments, the decision to choose anything, so the decision to choose any course. So life is all about full of decisions. Okay, and for an organization also, a manager has to take number of decisions in his day to day life. Whenever we people, common people, we want to do the decision making. Suppose you want to purchase a air condition for your home, then you have to go to the market and you have to choose the best one in the market. But the thing is that choosing the best is not an easy. That is the important for the decision making. So choosing the right one, choosing the best one, selection of the best among the alternative available, that is known as decision making. Decision making is all about solving your problem. Suppose you want to purchase an AC, then there are number of brands will be available in the market. It may be higher, it may be Blue Star, it may be Voltas, it may be LG. Okay, there are different brands are available, and you have to choose the best alternative among them. So choosing the best, rejecting the other is known as what? Decision making. So what is decision making? It is a mental process of selecting a course of action from a set of alternative for the purpose of desired result. You have to fulfill your result, you have to fulfill your desire. In order to fulfill your desired result, you have to select the best one among the alternatives which are available to you, is known as decision making. Suppose there are a b c d e alternatives are available to you, you have to choose the best alternative among these five, and you have to reject the four alternatives. The process by which you have to choose the best and rejecting the other alternative is known as what? Decision making. Okay, so decision making means it has to fulfill your needs, it has to fulfill your desired result, that is decision making. You have to choose, you have to select the best one and rejecting the other one which give you maximum benefit at a lesser cost, that will be your best alternative. And this process is known as, this is the mental process which is known as what? Decision making. कप्तान भी क्रिकेट का वो डिसीजन लेता है, पहले बल्लेबाजी करना चाहिए या गेंदबाजी करना चाहिए. So this is all about decision the particular person has to take. The manager is also taking the decision in his organization. So what are the features of decision making? It is a rational thinking. You have to think in a rational manner, where your benefits should be more and the cost should be less. That kind of decision you have to take, and it is a mental process, it is a rational thinking process. Then process decision making involve a particular process, it involves the process. We will discuss while discussing the process of decision making. There are alternative will be available. You are having a problem, there are alternative are available to you. You have to choose the best, you have to reject the other, you have to implement it, you have to follow it. This is the process is also there in case of decision making. Then selective, in the decision making you have to select the best one, you have to choose the best one after rejecting other. Then there is a particular purpose, there is a particular result has to be achieved in a decision, and decision making should be a positive aspect rather than a negative aspect. And decision making involves your full commitment of the resources, and also the decision making is the evaluation of your alternative. You have to evaluate each and every alternative, you have to evaluate each and every projects. Suppose you want to replace your machine after its completion of the life, the depreciation, the full depreciation occur of that particular asset after 5 years or 10 years. After 10 years you need to replace your present machine to a newer one. So what you have to do, you have to go to the market and you have to purchase, or you have to call tender for your machine. Then which was is the best, you have to choose based upon the cost benefit analysis. You have to choose the best, you have to reject others. This is the way you have to examine each and every alternative, each and every project, each and every machine. Then you have to select the best one which will fulfill your needs, which is having the particular purpose. The particular machine has to serve your business, and you have to select the best one. And it is a rational process. It is not that whatever the money you want you can spend, because money is a constant. So that's why you have to think rationally before investing anything about your decision. Whenever we are going to market, we can't purchase all the jewelries, all the ornaments. We can't do that, because money is a constant. We have to think it rationally, and we have to choose the best one. After rejecting others, we have to choose the best one. Then only that we will tell that that is a rational thinking process, and it's a positive process, and it can fulfill our needs, our desired results. That is known as what? Decision making. These are the features. Then this is the process. This is the process of decision making. What is the first process? We will start. We'll start from the process identifying the problem. The first process or first page of this decision making is all about identifying the problem, or identify the problem. First of all, what is the problem? A company or a particular organization want to replace the machine. For that, it has to purchase a machine. So what? This is known as a problem. You have to identify the problem. What is the problem you are having? Suppose you want to purchase a AC. So purchasing AC is a problem. So you have to identify your need. Okay, because of the hot summer, you want to purchase the AC. So that's why that is the problem. You have to identify the problem. Then gathering information. For that, you as an individual collected certain information about the, but how, which type of ACs are prevailing in the market, which type of ACs are there in the market, whether Haier is there, whether Blue Star is there, whether LG is there, or Voltas is there. You are collecting information from the market. Similarly, if a particular company or a organization want to replace his machine, he has to go for the tender call, or he has to go to the market, and he has to gather different kind of data, different kind of information regarding the particular machine to be replaced for his business. Then after gathering information means you have to see the price, you have to select different kind of brands, you have to go for quotation, you have to collect the data, you have to collect the vendor's name. So this is all about the gathering information. Then identifying the alternative, you have to identify the alternatives. Okay, which alternative could be the best? Okay, which alternative could be the best one? You have to identify each and every alternative. You have to evaluate based upon the cost benefit analysis. Okay, if you are having the 5 alternatives in your hand, if A, B, C, D, E, each and every alternative, you have to find out what is the cost of that alternative, what is the benefit of that particular alternative. That is the identification of the alternatives. Then weigh the evidence. You have to give weight, which alternative is having the more benefit, which alternative is having the less cost. You have to weight that particular evidence. Then choose among the alternative. You have to choose among the alternative. What of the alternatives will be available? You can't choose as a human being, as a rational thinker. You can't choose all the alternative. You have to choose the best one. You have to choose among the alternative the best one. Then you have to take the action. After that, you have to take the action. Then review a decision. You have to review your decision, whether the decision you have taken, that is wrong or right. You have to review that one, because once you fail in your decision, that is a too much of financial hectic will be there for your business. So that's why you have to review a decision, whether you did the decision, whether that is right or wrong. You have to, okay, review your decision for that. So what is this particular decision making process is all about? You have to identify the problem, you have to gather necessary information of that particular problem, and identify each and every alternative based upon its cost, based upon its benefits. You have to give weight to that evidence, which alternatives having the less cost and more benefit. You have to weigh that particular evidence. Thereafter you have to choose among the alternative. Okay, there are number of alternatives will be available. Each and every alternatives are having their own cost and own benefit. You have to choose among the alternative, and you have to choose the best one. Take action means you have to choose the best one. You can't choose all the alternative because you are a human being. The money is a constraint, and you have to think as a rational human being. You have to choose the best one. That is the take action means you have to choose the best one after rejecting all the alternative. Thereafter you have to review a decision whether the decision went right or wrong. That you have to review your decision. So this is all about the process of decision making. The process of decision making starts from identifying the problem. Thereafter you have to gather different kind of information regarding the particular problem. Suppose you want to purchase a machine, suppose you want to replace your machine of your business, then you have to go for machine. You have to collect different kind of vendors who are supplying that machine. You have to ask for the quotation, what are the price, etc. Then you have to identify each and every alternative, and you have to give weightage. What are the things you are collected the information, how much the cost it will be, how much the benefit you are getting. Okay, you have to choose different kind of alternative, and you have to choose the best one among the alternatives which are available to you. And after evaluating it, after based on different kind of techniques will be there where you can evaluate such kind of alternative we will discuss. You have to choose the best one among the alternative. Then you have to review whether the decision went right or wrong. This is all about the process of decision making. The decision making is not a simple task. It is very much crucial for the manager, because once you took the decision, then you can't reverse it back. So that's why it is very important for a manager to take the decision. In the day to day of our life also, we are taking number of or numerous decisions, and every decision is having certain impact to our life. So while taking such kind of decision, we have to careful. We have to imagine, or you have to calculate how much the benefit will derive from the particular alternative, how much the cost we are paying for that one, how much expenditure we are incurring for on that particular alternative. And after evaluating each and every alternative, then we have to select the best one. So in the decision making, we have to find the best one among whatever the alternatives available to us. We have to choose the best, and we have to reject other alternative. As a human being, we can't choose all the alternative. We have to choose the best one. Okay, so that is all about the process of decision making. Then what are the different types of decision making? Well, today we have to focus. There are different types of decision making will be there. A manager has to take different kind of decisions. The decision may be routine and strategic decisions. Okay, first one, the routine and strategic decision. Routine means day to day walk of life of a manager. He has to take certain routine type of decision, and there are different strategic decision has to be made by the organization. So routine means day to day life. There are different kind of decision has to be made by the organization, and there are some strategic decision has to be taken. Suppose a particular company wants to launch a new product, that is coming under strategic decision. Collecting the absentee of the employee, that is coming under the routine type of decision. So there are certain decisions which are routine, or like purchasing of the raw material, that is a routine decision. Whether you want to go for another plant layout, or another distribution channel, that is coming under the strategic decision. So आप अगर नया डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चैनल लाना चाहते हैं अपने बिजनेस में, कोई भी नया प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करना चाहते हैं, या एक्सपेंशन करना चाहते हैं, या मर्जर करना चाहते हैं, डाइवर्सिफिकेशन करना चाहते हैं, ये सारे चीज जो कि स्ट्रैटेजी डिसीजन में आता है, जो कि एक हायर लेवल अपर लेवल ऑफ मैनेजमेंट वो क्या डिसीजन लेता है। लेकिन जो डे टू डे रूटीन टाइप ऑफ डिसीजन है, लाइक परचेजिंग ऑफ द रॉ मटेरियल, or paying wages to the labor, or any kind of decisions related to the day-to-day life, such as collecting of the absentee employees name. So these are coming under the routine type of decision. So decision may be routine type, decision may be strategic type also. Then the program and non-program. there are certain things which are program and non-program. Program means which are already planned, which are already evaluated, already is set that you have to do this one or do has to do that one. That is fully planned, that is program. And non-program means which is not planned at all, okay, which is not taken, which is not evaluated earlier, but you have to plan. Suppose a particular employee gave the resignation to your organization, then it is not planned, it is not programmed. So the manager has to take the decision, or a higher level authority has to take the decision for that, which is not programmed. Okay, so program means which is already planned, based upon certain criteria, which is very regular, which is very routine in your business, where already people know that this and that thing has to be happen. That is known as program. Then individual and group decisions. What is individual and group decision? If a particular individual is taking the decision, everybody is obeying that particular decision, everybody is following that decision, that is known as individual. And group decision, group discussion means collecting the views of everybody, where all the people in the organization are participating in decision making. That is known as group decision. Group discussion का मतलब क्या होता है? अगर सारे लोग डिसीजन मेकिंग में शामिल होते हैं, वो ग्रुप डिसीजन है। एक ही इंडिविजुअल अगर डिसीजन लेगा तो वो क्या होगा? इंडिविजुअल डिसीजन होगा। ओके, इंडिविजुअल डिसीजन आल्सो इज हैविंग सर्टेन इम्पैक्ट टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। देन ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल एंड पर्सनल डिसीजन। Organizational and personal decision, because of the manager's position, whatever the decision he is taking against the organization, that is known as organization decision. That is all about based upon his position in the organization. If manager takes certain kind of decision, that is organization decision. And if personally any kind of decision taken by manager which is not having any impact to the organization, but having impact to his personal life, that is known as personal decision. Then major decision and minor decision. Major decision are those decisions, okay, which are very crucial for the organization, like uh, like opening a particular plant location is a major decision. Launching a new product, that is a major decision. Minor decision is purchasing the office stationery, that is a minor decisions. Then tactical and operational decision, there are two decisions will be there, tactical and operational decision. Okay, tactical decisions are taken by the higher level or middle level manager, whereas operational decision taken by the lower level manager. So what is tactical decision? Suppose whether this organization or a particular organization has to give the bonus to the employee or not, it is a tactical decision. But the calculation of the bonus is coming under the operational decision. So calculation of bonus, how much bonus will be paid to a particular employee, which is required the calculation, and which is the operational decision which is undertaken by the lower level manager or middle level manager. Whereas whether the bonus should be provided to the employee or not, that is a tactical decision. Okay, then policy, administrative and executive decision. The last one is what? Policy related decision, administrative decision and executive decision. So whatever the policy related decision, what are the organization policy which is set by the upper level management, that is policy related decision. Then administrative decision, that is the day-to-day life, what are the rules, what is the regulation, and what are the executive lower level type of manager has to take certain decision, that is the executive type of decisions that is taken in the regular basis. So these are the types of decision making. There are number of decision has to be taken by the particular manager in his day-to-day life, okay, which are very much regular. There is no problem purchasing of the raw material, paying of the wages, collecting of the name of the absent employee. So these are the routine type, which are the quite program type decision the company has to take, which does not require much of hectic type of decision, okay, which is quite he can do it within an easier manner, that kind of decisions. But there are certain decisions which is very much crucial for the organization, like launching a new product, like replacement of the machine, or going another distribution channel. So these are all kind of crucial decisions that which is we can say non-programmed or strategic type of decisions. And if as a organization whole there is some impact because of the position of the particular manager, whatever the decision he has taken, then that is organization decision. Whereas the any decision that manager is taking which is having certain impact to his personal life, that is personal decision. Then major decision is all about which is the most important decision, like laying off of huge amount of employees. Okay, laying off, laying off means dismissal of the huge amount of employee को निकाल देंगे सारे employee को, that is a major decision. Minor decision means purchasing stationery, purchasing office stationery, okay, day to day use, so that is minor decision. Tactical and operational decision, that decision which is required the upper level management has to take that kind of decision. The decision which have to take the middle level as well as the lower level manager, that is the operational decision. Like I told, payment of bonus, whether payment bonus is paid or not in this particular year to the employees, that is a tactical decision. But the calculation of the decision, calculation of the bonus is known as what, operational decision. How much employee has to be paid, how much bonus. Then policy, administrative and executive decision, the upper level policy related decision, the administrative, that is middle level or upper level administrative, and the lower level, they are manager, they are taking what, executive decisions. Also these are known as what, types of decision making. Then there are different techniques are there for this particular decisions. There may be quantitative techniques are there, and the modern techniques will be there for the decision making. And with the help of this particular techniques, it is very much easier for the manager to take the decision. इस टेक्निक की वजह से मैनेजर को इजी हो जाता है अपने डिसीजन लेने में. सो व्हाट आर द टेक्निक्स अवेलेबल? The techniques which are quantitative technique and also modern techniques. What are the quantitative techniques available? Linear programming. Okay, so linear program we know, while discussing about the quantitative techniques in commerce, we know what is about the this linear programming. Linear programming में maximization output को maximize करते हैं, cost को reduce करते हैं. Okay, so that is all about the linear programming. Then probability decision theory is based upon how much probability of getting success or how much probability is getting failure, and it's all about probabilistic, not deterministic. Okay, ये deterministic नहीं है, लेकिन ये probabilistic है, ये probability decision theory में. Okay, then game theory, it is you apply to win different kind of strategy. Okay, there are different kind of game, zero sum game, etc., where you can use this particular theory to win a particular strategy or win a particular situation, that is known as game theory. Thereafter, what, queuing theory. Queuing theory means how much a customer waiting in the queue, how much time the customer is waiting in the queue, minimum time, maximum time, how much he's waiting in a queue. That queuing theory tells about how you can reduce that waiting time. Okay, so that is known as what, queuing theory. Okay, queuing theory also has for the decision. Then simulation is a artificial process where your behavior is studied in a artificial environment, not in a real environment. That is all about simulation is a kind of technique which is used by the particular manager to study the behavior not in a, okay, real life, but in a artificial network or artificial life. Then network techniques we discussed while discussing about the qt. We discuss about network theory means where the critical path method and the programming evaluation review techniques are coming. In the critical path method, which route or one has to, the particular manager, a particular person has to take which route so that he can accomplish a particular result within a least time. Okay, that is known as critical path method. And there are different kind of thing will be the programming evaluation review technique will be there, where you can review your technique, where you can evaluate a technique, how much least time you are taking, how much the maximum time you are taking, and what are the least time to get the project to be accomplished. That is coming under the network technique. That is also a kind of quantitative techniques that is being used. Thereafter, what are the modern techniques for non-programmed decision? Modern techniques under the modern technique or non-programmed decisions, that is creative techniques. Creative technique is all about logically you have to think a particular situation where the brainstorming plays a most important role. Where you have to think logically a particular situation, you have to analyze a particular situation reasonably, okay, logically, and the brainstorming is a kind of tool which is very much used while discussing about this particular creative technique or creative thinking technique. Okay, then participative technique means here all the people who are there, they can take the decision, they can help in the take the decision in this particular participative type of decision making, where the decision making process become easier because we can find the several solution of a particular problem because of the different decision taken by different people. Then heuristic techniques is used where on the basis of trial and error basis, when the problem is quite complex, then this kind of trial and error situation will come where you can solve the problem based on trial and error basis. Where the problem is quite complex in nature, you have to adopt this heuristic technique. So this is known as what I believe modern techniques for non-programmed decision. Okay, which is not programmed. Non-programmed means which is not programmed. Okay, which you are not programmed earlier, but you have to take the decision. Okay, the that is not planned means non-programmed. Then what are guidelines for effective decision making? Establishment of multiple decentralized center of managerial decision making at appropriate organization level and delegation of adequate authority, along with pinpointing of accountability for making decision to manager at each center. What you have to establish multiple decentralized center, how the decision making will be effective, what are the guidelines. Okay, so what is the guideline is you have to choose the decentralized center, not the centralized center. You have to choose the decentralized means everybody is having the chance, equal chance to participate in the decision making process at your own level, that is decentralized, so that the decision will come in a smoother manner based upon the proper authority should you are having, and you are accountable for that purpose also. Then determination of appropriate decision making workload at each center so as to minimize the possibility of overloading at any center. Okay, so there are different kind of decision making has to be there at the different centers, and you are having a appropriate workload for your decision making also, so as to minimize there should not be any kind of overload of decision making. Each and every center of decision making has to be given proper workload. There should not be any kind of overburden or overloading of workload for decision making. Then coordination of various decision making center through communication and other means so as to ensure consistency and cooperation in making decision. Okay, so we have to communicate it properly while taking decision with the different centers, so that in a consistent manner we can carry the decision, we can make the decision, uh, we can coordinate and cooperate with while taking the decision. So communication plays the most important role while making the decision. Then establishment of expert advisory staff unit to provide the needed intellectual and professional inputs for decision making. So you have to establish expert advisory staff unit. You have to appoint expert advisor people who are intellectual and professional, and they can give the proper input while decision making also, that is important. Formulation and communication of organization objective, policies, decision rules and procedure to serve as guidelines to manager in their decision making. Okay, while taking the decision, the objective has to be clear for the organization, the policy has to be clear, the rules, regulation, procedure has to be clear by the manager while taking any kind of decision making. Then design and installation of decision support system, which include information and control system so as to provide logistic support to manager. Whenever any kind of decision has to be taken, there is another aspect is the DSS, that is decision support system should be installed by every organization, and information and control system has to be developed to provide the particular manager the logistic support for taking any kind of decision. So that is very much important for any kind of effective decision making. In case of effective decision making, there should be a decentralized manner. The decision has to be taken, and each and every person is having the right authority, as well as they are accountable for the decision making. And there should not be any kind of overloaded work should be given while taking any kind of decision making. And also proper communication should be there in between the people who are taking decision, and that has to be taken care by with the help of expert staffs, and also the people who are very much professional. Their views are very much important, and taken by the manager based upon the rules, regulation, policies, and objective of the organization. And also there should be a logistical support like DSS, that decision support system, should be provided to the manager while taking the decision. And we have discussed different kind of quantitative technique as well as different kind of modern techniques for non-program decisions. Okay, so under quantitative techniques we have discussed about the linear programming. Okay, linear फॉर्म प्रोग्रामिंग में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है, मैक्सिमम कैसे आउटपुट मैक्सिमम होगा, कैसे कॉस्ट रिडक्शन होगा, मिनिमम होगा. देन प्रोबेबिलिटी डिसीजन थ्योरी इज ऑल अबाउट how much will be the probability of success and failure, how much will be the probability of future occurrence of an event. It is much more probabilistic rather than deterministic. Game theory is all about the winning strategy that is used, that is zero sum game theory, that is very much popular. Then queuing theory, how much the time taken by the customer to wait in a queue. Okay, so there are different how to reduce that waiting time that is there in the queuing theory. And simulation is a kind of artificial environment which is created to that particular manager, how he is reacting in a particular situation, his behavior is being studied. It is not real, it is quite artificial. The network technique, the critical path method, and the programming evaluation review technique will be there, where you have to complete a particular project with a least time with a lesser cost. Okay, that is network techniques. Then there are different kind of modern techniques will be there: creative techniques, participative technique, and heuristic technique. Creative thinking techniques, you have to think in a much more logical manner. Okay, where I told the brainstorming is a plays a most important role. Okay, then participative technique, where all the people are taken into account while doing the decision making. Then heuristic technique, that is the approach which is used for the hit and trial or trial and error purpose, where the situation is quite complex. Then what are the types of decision making? We discuss about routine type of decision, जो regular होता है, जो हर दिन किया जाता है, like payment of wages, like purchasing of the raw material, like collecting of the leave of employees. Okay, so these are the quite regular kind of things which is programmed, which is routine type of decision. But there are certain decision like launching a new product, adding a particular product in your existing product line, or going for another plant layout or plant location, or purchasing of a factory premises, or any kind of decision that is crucial has to be taken, that is strategic or non-programmed decision. And there are certain decisions which are major decision. These are major decision like purchasing of the particular plant machinery or replacement of the machinery. And the minor decision like purchasing of the office stationery. Okay, and payment of bonus, which is whether payment of bonus has to be given or not, that is a tactical decision. Whereas the calculation of the bonus is a operational decision. Okay, so there are different decision we discussed. And process of decision making, पहले problem को identify करना है क्या problem है, उसके बाद we have to see what are the alternatives available. You have to go for a collection of the information about those alternatives, and we have to choose the best one. After rejecting others, we have to evaluate each and every alternative, and you have to choose the best one, and we have to reject other, and we have to implement that one. We have to follow up that one. That is all about the process of decision making. And decision making, which is a rational thinking process, there is a particular purpose of decision making also, and each and every alternative has to be evaluated. And there is a positive aspect and positive outlook of any kind of decision making. And decision making means there are different alternatives available to you, and you have to choose the best one after rejecting the other alternative. A human being come across different kind of decision in his day-to-day life. Similarly, manager in his organization, he can come with different kind of decision. If more than one alternative will not be available, there is no decision. The problem arises with the alternatives available. If more alternatives are available, then people are very much confused, the manager get confused, so he has to take the decision. If only one alternative there, you have to choose that alternative. But as there are many alternatives are available to a manager, so that's why he has to choose the best alternative among the alternatives to get his desired result. That is known as what? Decision making. So this is all about your decision making, which is the last chapter we have covered. Thank you for listening patiently, carefully this particular decision making. Thank you.